All right, so we're going deep on a vacation horror story this time.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, it's from New Zealand. Just a snippet, but man, it's creepy. You ever get those travel anxieties, like when you're somewhere new and everything feels, I don't know, a bit off?
Oh, totally. Especially in hotels.
Right. Like they're not really home, but you're sleeping there, all those people coming and going.
Yeah, yeah. Transient energy, right. Perfect for a horror story.
Exactly. And this one, it starts with this young Australian woman arrives at her hotel, gets her key, room 66 on the 6th floor.
Okay, wait. Room 66, sixth floor. Come on, is that, like, playing it a bit too obvious with the 666 thing?
Uh-huh, maybe. But you gotta admit, it sets the mood, right? Like, something's not quite right.
Yeah, I guess. Subconsciously, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a bad omen?
And then, bam, knock at the door, nobody there.
Oh, classic. Gets the heart racing, though, doesn't it?
Totally. Then, another knock. This time, there's a woman standing there. In a red bathrobe, looks really distressed, says she's locked herself out of her room.
Oh, so the traveler helps her out.
Yeah, heads down to the lobby to find the receptionist. But get this, when she gets down there, the lobby's completely empty.
No way. That's so creepy. Like, where is everybody?
Exactly. It's like the whole hotel just vanished. And then finally, the receptionist appears. But when the traveler describes the woman in the red bathrobe, their reaction is weird.
Where, how?
Like they're confused, almost like they don't believe her. It's not dismissive, but definitely not what you'd expect. Makes you wonder, what are they hiding?
Oh, I bet there's something more to it. Like, are they in on it or something?
Well, hold on to your hats because here's where it gets really interesting. The receptionist explains that room 66, it's got a bit of a history. Years ago, there was this woman staying there. She had a total breakdown, grabbed a shotgun. You can guess where this is going.
Oh my gosh, no way.
Yeah. And she was wearing a white bathrobe.
Which obviously didn't stay white for long.
Exactly. So now it's not just a weird encounter, it's a full-blown ghost story. And some guests have even reported seeing her, still wandering the halls.
Oh, goosebumps. So, like, what does a traveler do?
Well, that's what we're going to find out next. But before we get there, I gotta ask you, if this woman is a ghost, why is she asking for help? That doesn't seem very, ghost-like, does it?
You're right, that is strange. Maybe we've got ghosts all wrong. It's like, are we sure ghosts are supposed to be these scary, vengeful things?
I know, right? This woman, she's not threatening anyone. She's just lost.
Yeah. Like, maybe she needs help, which is kind of a weird thought for a ghost, right?
It is. Makes you think, what if she's stuck? Like reliving that horrible night over and over again.
Oh, like she's trapped. That's really sad. And think about it. She goes to the traveler for help.
Exactly. She's knocking on the door, not trying to, scare anyone.
It's like, what if it's not even about her anymore? What if it's the room itself? Like the energy of that awful event is just stuck there.
Whoa, that's kind of deep. Like, the hotel is haunted, not just by her, but by what happened.
Maybe. It's like,
Yeah.
think about places where really bad things have happened, right? Like battlefields or those old prisons.
Yeah, you always hear those places are haunted.
Exactly. So what if it's not always a specific ghost? What if it's like the bad vibes, the energy of the event itself that's stuck?
Man, that's creepy. Makes you wonder if this traveler hadn't gone to the lobby, would anything have happened?
Ooh, good question. Like, did she avoid something worse by leaving?
And what about the receptionist? They're acting so strange. Are they just used to this? Or are they hiding something?
I know, and that red stain spreading on their shirt.
Uh-huh.
Was that even real or just, the traveler freaking out?
It's like the story's messing with our heads, right? Like, we don't know what to believe.
Exactly. But I think that's part of what makes it so good. It makes you think.
Totally. So, what happens to the traveler after this? Does she stay at the hotel?
Oh, right. Well, I think it's safe to say she's probably a little freaked out. I mean, imagine being in a foreign country all alone.
Yeah, and then this happens. Talk about a ruined vacation.
It makes you wonder, how do you even process something like that? I mean, would you ever look at hotels the same way
I
again?
know, right? It really makes you think about what's real and what's not and how much of it is in our heads.
Yeah, that's the really scary part.
Okay, so we've talked about this woman, the ghost, right? But it's like if she's not trying to scare anyone, what's the point of the haunting?
Right, like, is she even aware she's dead? Or is she just stuck reliving that night over and over?
I was just thinking that. It's almost like she's trapped, right? Like a broken record, except it's her life or death, I guess.
Whoa. And no one can help her. Like, even if you believe in ghosts, how do you help someone who's already gone?
That's the thing. It's like she's reaching out for help, knocking on the door, but no one can really hear her.
Man, that's sad. And think about this. What if it's not even her that's haunting the room? What if it's just the event itself? Like that energy is just stuck there.
You mean like the energy of her death, like a stain that never goes away?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, some places just feel heavy, right? Like they're holding on to something bad.
Yeah, like you walk in and you just feel wrong, like you shouldn't be there.
Right. So what if that's all a haunting is? Just the echoes of something awful lingering in a place.
Wow. So maybe it's not ghosts we should be afraid of, but the things that make them.
Exactly. And maybe sometimes there's nothing to be done. Like some things are just broken.
It's kind of a bleak thought, isn't it? Like some things are just forever haunted, no matter what.
Yeah, it is. But it also makes you think about how powerful some events are, right? Like they can leave a mark on the world that lasts longer than we do.
Makes you want to be more careful, Like what we do matters, even if we don't see the effects right away.
It's true. Everything leaves a mark, for better or worse.
So I guess that's the takeaway, right? Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there's more to this world than we can see. And sometimes the scariest things are the ones we can't explain.
Definitely. And maybe it's okay to not have all the answers. Like a little mystery keeps things interesting.
Yeah, and reminds us to be humble, like we don't know everything.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe those unanswered questions are what make life worth living. Keeps us searching, exploring, trying to figure things out.
That's a good way to look at it. So thanks for diving into this spooky tale with me. And for everyone listening, keep your eyes open and maybe, just maybe, you'll catch a glimpse of something extraordinary lurking just beneath the surface of the everyday.